first time was back in 1945. The second time was yesterday, and the third today. Incredible there. So very cool conditions across the New England states. Back down into the mid-Atlantic, it's a little bit warmer around D.C. at 63 degrees. As we slide into tomorrow, no more 40s in Boston. So you're up to 57, but still well below average. Heading into Thursday, continuing to see the numbers climbing. Upper 70s now around Burlington. 80 showing up in Pittsburgh as well as D.C., and that'll continue into our Friday. So as I mentioned, looks like towards the end of the week, that's where the numbers will be a little bit warmer, or at least closer to where we should be. There you are in Boston, getting up to around 70 Friday, and then a little bit cooler as we head towards our weekend, Saturday and Sunday. In Philadelphia, 60s tomorrow as we head into Thursday, but by Friday, we've got some 80s to enjoy, right around average there for you. So it's been a bit of a cool time out there for us, but it's not going to last too much longer.
I got your reference, by the way, and you get the club going down on Tuesday. I know. Dave's already rehired him. It's the top 5 videos of the day.
Yeah, we have actually gathered the 5 videos and also images from around the world that can have you talking. So we want to start with number 5.
All right, Florida water spout. Let's check it out here. It's so grainy when we look at it from this angle. All right, Florida water spout. This is Perdido Key?
Perdido.
He's got it. This was on Instagram. And you know, these water spouts are really cool because people feel like they can get, first of all, the line of sight is great.
Beautiful, yeah.
Right, you've got plenty of room, and you also don't feel as threatened by them.
Yeah, until they make their way on shore.
Until they make it on shore, then they're a different thing.
Exactly.
But when they're that far out, they're pretty cool. You don't want to be in a boat during one of those. But you know, I've never seen a water spout.
I haven't either,
Just
except for,
occurred to me.
you know, from great users and video takers like yourself sending them on in. So thanks to Brittany Pope posting that to Instagram.
I just heard my ear ask if it's on your bucket list.
Yes, it would be on the bucket list to see a water spout.
Number 4, waterfall of water. This is in Brooklyn, New York. This is Sunday night. Oh yeah, I see. It's stairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
How cool is that? I mean,
that's pretty cool.
Wow. I wonder how, first of all, how long did it last coming down the steps like that? And what does it look like at the bottom of the steps?
And remember, we don't recommend that you chase waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and the streams that you're used to, just for safety. All right, let's move on. Number 3, Wolf Volcano. That's a great name. Ecuador spilling lava into the ocean. This erupted last week for the first time in 33 years.
Yeah, look at that. You can see it, of course, very small, slow-moving lava, of course. But getting into the waters there, you start to see it start bubbling up there for us. And again, you don't get a chance to see that too often, certainly not in person, but again, through video, you get a chance to see it.
And no joke, that would be on my list of things to see. I don't call it a bucket list because I feel like you should be a certain age, certain vintage to get to that. But that is really cool. And I wonder, you know, I don't know what perspective this is shot from. I don't know how close you can get. I mean, it's not like you can get right out there and watch the lava come on through. So, like, are there tours for this kind of thing?
I don't know.
I gotta look at Expedia after.
These are Google questions to ask.
See what kind of lava I can see. All I wanted was some Magnum lava. Okay, let's go to number 2. This is lightning caught on camera near the U.S. Capitol.
Wow, look at that.
Now, all right, question. Is this one cooler, or is the church steeple one from last week?
Well, you actually had the church getting struck. You could hear it, you could see it. But this is pretty cool. This was actually taken and posted by the Senate Sergeant at Arms.
That makes it a little bit cooler.
Yeah, but I mean, that's a pretty sight. You see the Capitol building, of course, being...
They're still working on it.
They're still working on it here.
They putting your face on that? It's taking a long time. I can see it right here. The likeness is coming together nicely, but...
They do take their time there in the DC area to do a lot. But hopefully that lightning strike can sort of kick those guys into gear and get some stuff done.
I don't think I've ever gotten a lightning strike just by a capture. I don't know if this is luck or you just do the rapid shutter thing to get it done.
I'm going to say in this case it was probably luck. But you know what? Sometimes you get lucky. It's time for this guy to go play the lottery.
Luck is everything. That's how I ended up here at the Weather Channel. All right, those are the top 4. They're pretty good, right? When do you see number 1?
Yeah, it is actually even better.
We call that a tease, by the way. We want you to wait through some commercials and see what the number 1 video is. We'll be right back after the break.
Currently in our area, 81 degrees under cloudy skies. Tonight, considerable cloudiness, Occasional rain showers after midnight. Low 73. Chance of rain 50%. Wednesday, variable clouds with scattered thunderstorms. High 82. Chance of rain 60%. Wednesday night, scattered thunderstorms in the evening. Partly cloudy skies overnight. Low 74. Chance of rain 50%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
I am never getting married.
We're never having kids.
We are never moving to the suburbs.
We're never having another kid.
I'm pregnant.
I'm never letting go.
For all the nevers in life, State Farm is there.
There are nearly 4 million miles of road in this country. They lead us home and away to places we love and places that need our love.
Houses are literally obliterated.
That's where you'll find RAM and the First Response Team of America, helping storm survivors.
We've got a lot of equipment in town.
And restoring hope.
Thank you!
Follow the team's journey all this year on the Weather Channel and weather.com. RAM and the First Response Team of America, dedicated to the road to recovery.
Your relationship with your dog is pure. It's innocent. It's work, but it's perfect. You wouldn't trade it for the world. So protect your dog with Trifexis. Trifexis is the monthly beef-flavored tablet that prevents heartworm disease, kills fleas, and prevents infestations, and treats and controls hook, round, and whipworm infections. Treatment with fewer than 3 monthly doses after exposure to mosquitoes may not provide complete heartworm prevention. The most common adverse reactions were vomiting, depression, and itching. Serious adverse reactions have been reported following concurrent extra-label use of ivermectin with spinosad, one of the components of Trifexis. Prior to administration, dogs should be tested for existing heartworm infection. You'll take it all, the good and the bad, because that's what makes your relationship irreplaceable. Protect your dog all year long with the 3-in-1 power of Trifexis, available by prescription only. Talk to your veterinarian about how to protect every second you share together.
One of the foot's favorite rituals happens at the water's edge. Here they must look their best. Smooth, beautiful skin is an advantage. The others can only hide in shame. Introducing the new Dr. Scholl's DreamWalk Express Pedi.
You could sit at your computer and read all about zero-turn mowers. Click, scroll, tweet, or you could just sit on a John Deere Z435 Easy Track and feel its power. You'll know it'll get the job done fast. When it's time to pick a mower, you've got to get on one. Visit your local John Deere dealer for a test drive today. Sign up to take your turn on a Z435 and save $100 on your purchase. Nothing runs like a Deere.
Get the complete balanced nutrition of Ensure with 9 grams of protein and 26 vitamins and minerals.
And now, with twice as much vitamin D, which up to 90% of people don't get enough of.
Oh, the sunshine vitamin.
Ensure. Take life in.
New Flonase Allergy Relief Nasal Spray. 24-hour relief that outperforms a leading allergy pill. Most allergy pills only control one inflammatory substance. Flonase controls 6. Sees the day and the night. New Flonase. 6 is greater than 1. This changes everything.
Every time a bargain trash bag breaks, you throw your money away. Bargain bag users go through 60 more bags a year than Glad users. Glad. Strength that saves.
All right, welcome back. Alex Wallace, the #1 stunner. We're going to give you the #1 video of the day.
Yeah, it was actually recorded last night over an open field in Black Hawk, South Dakota. And you can see the time-lapse video showing you it just sitting there and not moving at all. We kind of cheated a little bit. We played this video a couple of times already during the show.
I didn't want to call it, but yeah, I mean, it's cool. It is a cool video. And actually, the time-lapse is better when you don't have things moving through. Like, there were people in front of one of them. This is a good angle of it. And look, these things are dramatic. And you go out in the field and you'd think they were moving this quickly, you know, like when you actually get out there.
Yeah, it's an amazing sight to see. Incredible storm structure there. You can see the rain shaft and the rain and probably some hail with that as well coming down. Wow.
That was cool. All right, lucky for us, we have a team of experts in-house who know a thing or two about these supercells. Let's go to Carl Parker and Dr. Forbes in the lab.
Yeah, you know, what we're watching here is a low precipitation supercell, also called an LP supercell. And what's great about these is that you get a really good look at the structure of the storm because you've got no rain obscuring your view, essentially.
Yeah, you can see how bright it is in some of these areas here and over here. Now, we call this low precipitation supercell, but there is some precipitation that it's occurring over here. And in fact, this storm did produce some tennis ball size hail. So it's not that it didn't have any, but it didn't have a whole lot right near this area. This is the wall cloud. That's the base of the rotating updraft. And this, we've got it paused here. We're going to make it move shortly, but wanted to pause it here because this is the best example we have of a tail cloud. Some of that moistened air from where it is raining over here has come scooting along the ground and then begins to rise upward into this updraft of the thunderstorm and its wall cloud. Then it sort of goes in behind the cloud and comes up here and corkscrews its way counterclockwise up into this rotating thunderstorm. So some of the source of rotation for the storm comes from the horizontal rolling that's taking place here that then gets converted into vertical motion.
And this entire storm is rotating. You can really see that when we put it into motion.
Yeah.
You'll notice the motion here coming around from left to right. Oh boy, just a tremendous amount of rotation on that storm.
You can really see the counterclockwise rotation that is going on, just as Carl is saying there. It's really spectacular.
And you also see the bursting, the big microbursts that are going on with the heavy rain and the hail.
Boom,
and
there comes
occasionally,
one down right there,
in there,
yeah.
they just crash down to the ground and kick up dust on the right-hand side. You'll see that right in there where it's drier. That's dust that's being kicked up by the storm.
So we're going through this time lapse several times here to let you see the various features. Every time we look at it, we see something new.
Yeah.
There are attempts at times to be some funnel clouds in here under this rotating wall cloud.
Right in here, well, no, we're past that point, but you see right in there, there's another tail cloud forming in there.
And part of what you see pretty constantly here is this thing that looks like sort of a little bit of an upside down saucer or something like that. What's happening is that we're getting some rain-cooled air coming in from one side, and then we're getting some rear flank downdraft cooled air wrap around the other side, and all of that somewhat cooled and stabilized air is getting lifted. Flat appearance to the cloud until it begins to get rising high enough that it goes up in an updraft. So it's almost like a layered cloud that is giving this portion of the cloud just above the wall cloud.
That very laminar appearance, that very sort of a streamlined appearance, that is courtesy of that cooler and drier air. And right towards the middle there, you can see what looks like a little bit of a tornado developing. We saw a little circulation there right as there was a microburst coming down. But in the early part of the loop, you'll notice right through here, right in the middle, you see what looks like a funnel trying to develop right in there.
And there's some tremendous wind shear at times in here. At one point, you'll see a little cloud wisp come up and turn back on itself.
Yeah.
You'll also can see some tremendous shifting of the winds in around this location. So there's tremendous changing of the winds. It's not all large scale. Some of it's induced by the thunderstorm itself. So just the more you look at this, the more features you can see in these incredibly complex rotating, what we call supercell, in this case, low precipitation supercell thunderstorms.
Absolutely beautiful. Another thing you notice is how high the base of the storm is, and that is testament to the dryness of the air. When the air is drier like that, you've got to go up a lot higher before you get to that cloud base, and that too allows you to see so much more of what's going on in the storm. A remarkable video.
Yeah, and those relatively high bases also make it a little bit harder to get the rotation down to the ground and actually get a tornado then. So these LP supercells thunderstorms tend to not be real prolific tornado producers.
Yeah, just incredible stuff. Guys, back to you.
All right, those supercells, hate to see them come, but love to see them leave.
Absolutely. One thing we're dealing with is quite a bit of tropical moisture. We've got a lot of that, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to bring a lot of rain to, well, South Florida.
Yeah, if you're in Key West right now, enjoy the burst of sun while you can. Showers and heavy rain could lead to some flooding. We'll talk about it coming up after the break.
Hey, Garrett. No, I'm free tonight.
There's no time for that. I'm your future self, and you need to sign up for a Wealthfront investment account right now.
I'm not following you.
Wealthfront is a low-cost, automated investment service that works 24/7 to manage your portfolio. And if you don't sign up now, you might never save enough money to retire, and then you'd end up flipping burgers in your 70s like me.
What does any of that have to do with my phone call?
Nothing. That guy is just a major tool.
Save yourself. Go to wealthfront.com to start investing today.
Where you get your weather matters.
This is a large and dangerous tornado.
That's why we get real local the moment you need it.
We are live in Oklahoma, Arkansas, Mississippi, Florida.
Real accurate.
This is round one of the severe storms that are coming through.
From real experts on the ground.
That is a gust front for you right there in Dusty, Texas. Wow.
Where you get your weather matters.
This is basically what makes the Weather Channel
Keep the Weather Channel on. Here at the Weather Channel.
The Weather Channel is out in full force today.
Only the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 81 degrees under cloudy skies. Tonight, considerable cloudiness. Occasional rain showers after midnight. Low 73. Chance of rain 50%. Wednesday, variable cloud. Wednesday night, scattered thunderstorms in the evening. Partly cloudy skies overnight. Low 74. Chance of rain 50%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Introducing new Country Time Lemonade Starter. A new, easy way to make country time.
And just like that, the snow is gone. And parkas become jackets. And sweaters go down for a long nap. And off you go. And your backyard gets a whole lot bigger. And you're running and climbing. And your gear gets lighter and trimmer and fitter and smarter. And now every frozen second spent willing this day to come is just a warm, fading memory.
It may seem strange, but people really can love their laxative, especially when it's Miralax. It hydrates, eases, and softens to unblock your system naturally, so you have peace of mind from start to finish. Love your laxative, Miralax.
Routine. It's a hard thing to break. Day in, day out. From point A to B and back again. There's a difference between being alive and living. For those who can't imagine life without two wheels, Allstate offers a genuine parts guarantee that promises to fix your bike with original parts. Talk to an Allstate agent about all the things they do to keep riders riding.
My lenses have a sunset mode and a partly sunny mode, and an outside to clear inside mode.
Transition's signature adaptive lenses are more responsive than ever. So why settle for a lens with just one mode? Experience life well lit. Upgrade your lenses to Transition's signature. Get up to $90 back when you combine Crizal, Verilux, and Transitions. And buy a second pair with Xperio UV polarized sun lenses. Visit Transitions.com to learn more.
Guess what, Jupiter? We've made some big changes at your local Walmart on West Indiantown Road. The construction zone has been cleared. We expanded and remodeled the store. Your Walmart is now a brand new supercenter with so much more. Find a full variety of high-quality, delicious farm fresh produce. And shop our selection of premium USDA choice beef, all 100% guaranteed or your money back. So fill up your basket with Walmart's everyday low prices. Come see for yourself at 2144 West Indiantown Road in Jupiter.
When irritated, itchy summer skin holds me back, I count on Cortisone 10 Intensive Healing, with the strongest non-prescription itch medicine available for fast, long-lasting relief. And 7 moisturizers to help heal skin. Cortisone 10. Feel the heal.
My rough and bumpy skin makes me feel really self-conscious.
Gold Bond Rough and Bumpy Skin Therapy. Used daily, it exfoliates, smooths, softens rough skin. Reduces bumps 72%.
I can wear whatever I want. It's liberating.
Gold Bond. Ultimate Lotion, Ultimate Skin.
Five.
Fat Guys in the Woods. New season June 7th on the Weather Channel.
All right, check out this water spout spotted off St. George Island, the Florida Panhandle. These pictures by Lily Pabian, and that's a cool picture. And the kids don't seem, they're more interested in making the sandcastle still, but it's a thin little water spout, but nice. You can see the precipitation there off to your left, a contrast to what we saw before where Dr. Forbes and Carl were talking about low precipitation. That is not the case here. Here's a live look at Key West. Down in southern Florida, tropical moisture making its way out of the Caribbean, bringing potential for heavy rainfall. This is, again, Key West, and if you want a timeshare, one of these is probably available. We're going to see some heavy rain, some flooding. Right now, just kind of murky out there. But you know what? People still going to get out there. Sloppy Joe's, popular bar in Key West, rain or shine. Right, Alex?
Yeah, you know, great place to go biking, too. But you'll be biking in a lot of wet weather here over the coming days. We're going to be dealing with some soggy conditions, a bit of a soaking here for us across portions of Florida, particularly the southern areas. So take a look at the satellite view, and you can see a lot of cloud cover stretching from pretty much the western Caribbean back up through Cuba and then there into Florida as well. And that moisture is going to continue to move its way on in, and that will help us with that threat for the scattered showers as well as storms over the next few days. So tomorrow you can see generally south of I-4, you'll see that opportunity for some rain. Naples back down towards Miami, the Fort Myers area. You see the Keys. You'll also be dealing with more scattered storms. This is now for Thursday, and the picture again looking not too bright with the storms. Now, it's not all day rain to contend with, but that opportunity will exist for some of the showers throughout the day. And look at how much we are anticipating. This goes through Thursday now. Most spots here for us in the southern tip, 2 to 3 inches of rain, and then you get in that sort of mid shade of green, 1 to 2, and then just north of that up to about an inch of rain will be possible in those areas. So here's your forecast in Miami for rain tomorrow, probably could maybe even up to 1.5 inches, and then lighter amounts Thursday into Friday. All right, well, as for the rest of the tropical outlook, we want to turn now to Carl Parker, who is in the lab. And Carl, we got some busy times, particularly in the Eastern Pacific.
Yeah, that's right. And we are watching the earliest second hurricane on record in the Eastern Pacific. We thought it might be a pretty busy season this year because of El Nino. That's a warming of the equatorial waters of the Pacific Ocean. And oftentimes when you have El Nino, you've got a gangbuster season in the Eastern Pacific. So right now we're watching 2 hurricanes. There's Andres, and then here is Blanca right there. Andres is not going to be a threat to land. It's going to stay well out into the open waters of the Pacific. But Blanca is a different story. Could have a more direct impact on land. Right now, Category 1 hurricane, 75-mile-per-hour wind. It's not moving now, but that is going to change, we think, in the next couple of days. And I want you to take a good look at the satellite picture. Notice how the high clouds are really spreading out all around. So here's the core of the storm right in there. And when the high clouds are spreading out like that, that's indicating that you've got light winds aloft. And so you've got a heat engine here where you've got warm and humid air coming into the system, rising up through the towers of thunderstorms, and then evacuating along the tops. And that is more efficient when you've got lighter winds aloft. And that's exactly what we're seeing right now. So the models are indicating that we could be looking at rapid intensification. Not only are the atmospherics favorable, but you've also got a terrific amount of very warm water temperatures well into the 80s, even the upper 80s there south of Mexico. So there's a lot of fuel, a lot of energy that's available for this system to get much stronger. Now, eventually it's going to be getting over cooler water. There's a lot of model agreement about generally where it's going to go, and that's north-northwest and towards the Baja Peninsula, but exactly where remains an open question. Here's the official forecast from the National Hurricane Center, taking it up to a Category 4 storm in the next couple of days here by the end of the week, and then it will be weakening, we think, as it gets over that cooler water and comes up towards the Baja. Now, the USGFS model takes the system towards the coast near Cabo San Lucas Saturday afternoon and evening, and it shows more of a direct hit from the storm, but there could be some big wiggles between now and then. This is early, and we're not exactly sure that that's how it's going to happen. And in fact, the European model showing a much slower solution doesn't bring the system close to the coast until Monday, very early in the morning, and it keeps the core of the storm well offshore. So we've got a lot to sort out in the coming days. Keith, over to you.
All right, we have one more thing to tell you about. I tried it at a bar, and nobody liked it.
Yeah, that probably doesn't go over too well.
It'll be weather. It's coming up after your local on the 8s. Hey, I have one more thing.
Currently in our area, 80 degrees under cloudy skies. Tonight, considerable cloudiness. Occasional rain showers after midnight. Low 73. Chance of rain 50%. Wednesday, variable clouds with scattered thunderstorms. High 82. Chance of rain 60%. Wednesday night, scattered thunderstorms in the evening. Partly cloudy skies overnight. Low 74. Chance of rain 50%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at your tornado watch here across North Dakota on Interstate 94 here. I'll tell you what, not a whole lot going on right now, but there's the potential for some tornadoes. Right now, it's a hailer here to the south and east of Bismarck, and that's the only severe thunderstorm even in the box. Meanwhile, we have another box here, severe thunderstorm watch in through Nebraska and South Dakota. Flash flood warning behind it, severe thunderstorm warnings out ahead of it. These are hailers as well, so no real rotation in that. Potential impacts tomorrow in through Nebraska, Kansas City, Des Moines, Minneapolis. Damaging winds, hail, the possibility of a tornado, although we don't think there's a ton of rotation in the atmosphere. Still a Torcon way to give it 4, southern Nebraska and northern parts of Kansas. And as we head here off to the north and west, southeast Wyoming and northeast Colorado, a Torcon there of 3 out of 10. And on Thursday, kind of the same setup here in North Platte, Kansas City, Des Moines, a chance of some strong to severe storms. All right, strangest weather coming up next.
Ominous orange goo invades a town in Alaska.
Was it something that came from outer space? Did it fall from the skies?
Is the weather to blame for rogue waves that are striking out of the blue?
It was just such a freak event.
Unusual waterfalls of color fill the skies over Arizona.
It is so strange.
And a weird foam smothers the beaches in Australia.
Everyone thought we were crazy for getting in there.
Welcome to the wild world where you'll see nature go nuts. Extraordinary events, stranger than anything Hollywood can dream up. We discover how and why these crazy conditions happen.
Not going away.
Whoa! You won't believe your eyes. This is the strangest weather on Earth. The Mediterranean Sea, March 2010. A freak wave smashes into the ocean liner, the Louis Majesty. It's nearly 30 feet high. It leaves 2 people dead and more injured. And off the coast of Australia, another freak wave strikes. Freak waves are prowling our seas.
Holy.
Smashing ships, seemingly out of nowhere. They look more like a wall of water than a rolling wave.
Oh my God, this is man. Oh my God. Hang on, guys. Oh, are they still there?
Where's Stevie?
Also known as rogue, killer, or super waves. They are defined as more than twice the size of the surrounding waves. And they're caused by weird weather. To get a freak wave, extreme weather conditions need to combine. Like when 2 storms come together. Dr. Simon Boxall from the Southampton Oceanography Institute can recreate in his wave tank what happens when 2 storms meet.
So what we have here is a simulation of our real ocean, and we can mark our flat sea like so. We're going to now create a storm wave coming in from the open Atlantic. So we've got this long